Alright, let's find some aggro decks. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. We get to go Grazer into Scryland, and then hopefully find something to do on turn 2, but at the very least, turn 3 Questing Beast is good. And we actually have a lot of threats in the deck, so having the early plays is more important to have in your opening hand. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit awkward. We're going to spend turn 2 grabbing Umori, but then we have a really nice curve going forward. Don't think we can afford to give up the shifting Ceratops draw. Alright, and here I think we want to get the mobilized district down. Yeah, this makes the most sense. We're not going to need double red on any of our turns, and have the option of potentially attacking with it, plus it doesn't cost us any life this turn. Definitely looking to go Questing Beast on our next turn. It's important that we start getting through damage as quickly as possible, rather than take a turn off of getting through damage by playing Umori. One nice thing is with both Questing Beast and Umori out, we're going to be able to start activating the Mobilized District at a very cheap cost. Alright, let's start getting in there. And if their plan is just to sacrifice a food and draw a card next turn, I think we have enough pressure on them. They are currently short red mana, so that's something important to note. They need a red mana source. Okay. Wolfstrider does provide a blocker. So now we have the option of Shifting Ceratops plus haste, or mutate onto the Grazer. Can't quite double spell this turn. If we Shifting Ceratops plus haste, they can actually just block and sacrifice, so we don't get any damage through that way. So I think we attack with Questing Beast and then play out Umori here. Yeah, this sets us up the best for the next turn. So we will be able to potentially double spell. And being able to play Shifting Ceratops when we can both give it haste and trample is much better as well. So we'll just run out the Umori here and play a tapped land. We haven't had to take any pain from our mana base, which is really important against the sacrifice decks where every point of life counts. Alright, so they found a potential red source and a way to get a lot of value out of that Trail of Crumbs, but I think we have enough pressure on them that they're not going to really be able to take advantage. Okay, so let's see. We can mutate onto Grazer, and then also play Shifting Ceratops plus haste. We could play Ceratops plus haste and trample, but then we don't get to mutate. They can chump block other things as well. Okay. I'm going to go for this line. Going to mutate on here, and then Ceratops plus haste. Again, we're going to get through a good amount of damage here, and we're setting ourselves up really well for next turn. Let's grab a forest. We're going to have to shock for the first time this game. And yeah, let's try to force the issue here. Notably, nothing on our board can be claimed at this point. So we're not in danger of them stealing a creature, attacking with it, and then sacrificing it. And they haven't really been able to get any value out of the Trail of Crumbs yet either, which is quite nice. They will be able to do that with Gilded Goose next turn, but yeah, we just have so much pressure on it, shouldn't really matter. We also are going to be able to activate the Mobilized District, so it's just a lot of lethal attackers. We're going to have 5 just based on what's on the board right now. Alright, so game 1 in the books. And then this is our most fun sideboarding. We literally bring in the entire sideboard. I'm going to cut a mountain here, get rid of almost all of the top end, all these shifting Ceratopses, 3 of the Great Horns, 2 of the Raptors, and bring in everybody. And yeah, this is our best configuration against Sacrifice, which is our worst matchup, but being able to win game 1 should be really helpful. So it is much less important that we have our early ramp since we've taken out most of our top end. I think I am going to keep this. It's borderline for sure, but it is a mix of lands and spells. And again, we're not really ramping into anything anymore, so I feel like this is okay, if unexciting. And just whenever possible, we're going to avoid taking damage from our land, so we'll take the opportunity to get out a shock land tapped. And do it again. So we've got to try to play around Claim as best we can, although we may not have much of an option. So, if we Yorvo here, and they go Claim, attack us for 7, sacrifice it, that is pretty bad. Alternatively, we could play Thrashing Brontodon, but that's almost worse because now we're losing the opportunity to potentially blow up a Trail of Crumbs or a Witch's Oven. Lastly, we have Hydra here. We could play it and double the counters to be a blocker for the Woe Strider. Truly none of these are particularly good. I don't think doing nothing is correct though. I'm gonna go for the greediest line and just fingers crossed. But yeah, this feels very dangerous, I will readily admit. Okay, Lava Coil, much less bad than Claim would have been. And now we can start pressuring them a little bit with Questing Beast. But also Raptor plus Hydra, or Raptor plus Mutate. Raptor plus Brontodon. A lot of different choices here. Don't hate Raptor plus Brontodon as it uses our mana really well and sets us up nicely for future turns. We are missing 4 damage this turn though. Yeah, I'm gonna start pressuring them. So they would need Active Treason to actually steal the Questing Beast, which is possible they bring that in. But at least it's out of Claim range. The next turn we might just fight Woe Strider with the Voracious Hydra. Love to find an Ember's Shield Breaker. Nice, easy value way to pick off... Oh, Murderous Rider, interesting. Alright, so they've gone into a bit more of a controlling version of Jund Sacrifice post board. Klothys is excellent here. So, feels like we want to fight Woe Strider with Voracious Hydra. Also Raptor plus Klothys. Yeah, let's go for that. The sooner we get Klothys down, the better, and we can still double spell this turn. The next turn, Brontodon actually pumps the Raptor as a potential attacker. One thing to be wary of is actually turning Klothys into a creature. Pretty much the only way the opponent can interact with it is to actually steal it and sacrifice it. So it's often better just to keep it as an enchantment. Unless obviously you're attacking for lethal with it that turn or something. So they do have the claim. I've seen an opponent steal this and then play out a creature that this kills because they're not familiar with it, but unfortunately the Murderous Rider has enough toughness to survive the Raptor attack. Okay. So we should think about the land because there's a possibility that it gives us a better double spell turn. So if we take the land, we have access to 7 mana. We could play this out for 5, but we don't have a good follow-up anyway, though. Oh, we can play it out for 4. Then it just trades, though, with... Yeah, let's go ahead and just start draining the opponent. Okay. So I think we are playing this Hydra for 4 and fighting the Woe Strider. Or 4 +1/+1 counters, that is. And the Klothys drain each turn is really going to help because Jund Sacrifice, outside of the Bolas' Citadel huge finish, is really trying to nickel and dime you to get you to 0 before you're able to, damage them out. So as long as their last card isn't exactly Bolas' Citadel, I think we're starting to stabilize. We need to dodge it for 1 turn until we can have Brontodon protection. And they don't currently... Oh, okay, they can sacrifice the Gilded Goose to bring back the Woe Strider here. You can also sacrifice Murderous Rider to bring back Woe Strider. So unfortunately, we're not able to pick off enough cards with Klothys to stop that. But I think we're still in okay shape. And it's important to know that you can exile cards from your own graveyard to continue to drain them. Okay. So we can mutate on and trample over for a good deal of damage. Could Brontodon plus grab Umori. I think we put the shields down for 1 turn. We mutate on here. Grab a forest. And then we are going to play out the Brontodon, I believe. So are we attacking? If we attack, we hit them for 7, unless they want to make some trades. And then Brontodon's a good blocker for Murderous Rider. If we hit them for 7, play out Brontodon, and they steal it with Claim the Firstborn. still don't have enough for lethal. They would need something else like a Mayhem Devil. So I like pressuring the opponent. Again, we are draining with Klothys and limiting the chances they have to top deck something. Okay, so Vraska can destroy the Brontodon. They do have decent attacks, but we're threatening quite a bit on the crackback. So yeah, they're a little bit desperate. They're just going to draw a card and gain some life. And I think we've got them. Alright, so we drain them there. If we attack with both, they can't kill the Brontodon because they need to absorb this trample damage. We could always sacrifice the Brontodon to stop them from gaining life also. I know they can sacrifice a food token, but we can sack the Brontodon to blow up the Witch's Oven also. So we can get play Umori and hold up Brontodon for the ability to destroy an artifact or enchantment here. And they better be careful they don't sacrifice the Murderous Rider here, because that trample damage would be lethal. Yeah, let's grab Umori and play Umori. Oh, could have done this first to make Klothys able to attack. That was a mistake. But the nice thing about this now is that if they try to claim Klothys, that we can sacrifice Brontodon to make that impossible. But yeah, we could have put more pressure on them by playing out Umori before attacks. I'm just so used to keeping this not a creature that I didn't consider that line. Alright, well, go ahead and blow up the Witch's Oven. Crow and War. That was unexpected.
As long as we win, nothing else matters.
Alright, let's hit the Witch's Oven here. Can actually blow up the Crow and War with Thrashing Brontodon to gain back our Great Horn. Not so worried about the emblem right now. So what do we do? Do we attack first? I can't turn Klothys into a creature this turn because other Klothys is legendary. It's not really a purpose to showing them this first. Let's just attack. This going, and then I think we need to blow this up now so they can't activate Vraska to sacrifice our creature. Okay, so Wolf Strider is coming back. Going to be able to tick Vraska up again? But is that enough? Just let them survive at exactly 1? No, I don't think it does. Because they didn't hit a land there. Oh, okay. So now they can sacrifice the food token. Ooh, Questing Beast. Excellent, excellent draw, though. Go ahead and drain them here, and then Questing Beast our way in. Yes, they go up to 7 here, but we're going to trample over for lethal. Good game, opponent.